Tonight, Troy University Greeks makes a donation to save lives.
Plus, a Pike County River gets a spring cleaning. Stay tuned. TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
From the high-definition digital production center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to TrojanVision Nightly News for April 30th, 2012. I'm Kendra Richards.
And I'm Courtney Still. Thank you for joining us this evening. This morning, the Greeks of Troy University presented a donation to the International Children's Heart Foundation. Judson Garner has more.
Monday morning, the Greeks of Troy University presented the International Children's Heart Foundation a check for $8,000. This money was raised by the Greeks in this year's Greek Week fundraisers, but these fundraisers were actually planned to happen a year ago.
And we had a event planned in Tuscaloosa, actually, by the Greeks. They were going to raise money for us, and guess what happened that day? The day before the event, the tornado came through town.
Since the Lambda Chi Alpha's fundraising efforts in Tuscaloosa had to be canceled, Novik came to the fraternity's chapter in Troy, one which he helped to create, to seek help.
I said, would it be great maybe if the Lambda Chi's could do something? And he said, Lambda Chi's? He said, I'm going to talk to all the Greeks and get them all involved.
In just two fundraising events, the Greeks of Troy University raised $8,000. Many Greeks were proud to give back to a founding member.
It's been really overwhelming to meet him. He's one of our founding fathers. He's we all go by initiation over. He's number 2. I'm number 707. I hear so many great things about him and all the great things he does in these other countries, providing heart surgeries for children who need them, who their communities can't provide it for them.
Judson Garner, Troy TrojanVision News.
Novik says the money collected today will save 4 lives.
Troy University's Environmental Club gave students a chance to do a small part to help the environment. Deatra Montgomery has the details.
Troy University's Environmental Club pulled out the gloves and trash bags for the yearly Conecuh River cleanup. Since 2008, this event allows the organization to take the time to give back to Mother Earth.
We try to come at least once a semester to clean up down here because we think it's very important to keep Troy clean in general, but also it's mostly for the environment and the things that are living in the environment, because it's kind of hard to make a habitat when it's cluttered with trash and stuff that is inorganic objects.
For some students, picking up trash around the Conecuh River may not be at the top of their to-do list. However, Nelson points out that every student should take pride in their community and volunteer to help keep their environment clean.
I think a lot of students get involved in college in the wrong things, like partying and maybe in stuff that doesn't really have an impact on their futures. And I believe it's really important because this world is the only one we have, and it's really important that we start taking care of it now.
However, some things found were not trash, but recyclable items. One student shares how he feels about being able to spruce up the environment.
I feel good. I recycle at home and stuff, and little did I know the Environment Club even had an adopt-a-stream until just recently. And as you can see, there's trash everywhere where people just do not care when they come and visit. So it makes me feel good that there are some people that actually do this.
The cleanup effort is one of many events that the Environmental Club uses to inform everyone about the importance of preserving the environment. However, they explain that it requires everyone to chip in and help.
It's very important. It might not seem like it now because we're not going to see the immediate effects of the depletion of the water supply and the ozone layer and everything. We're not going to see the immediate effects of it, but if we want humanity to continue on in a prosperous way, then we have to take steps now to ensure the prosperity of the environment.
Deatra Montgomery, Troy TrojanVision News.
Any students interested in joining the club next fall can attend one of the monthly meetings in the Math and Science building. Arts and crafts took over in the square downtown Troy over the weekend.
That's right, Kendra. Artists from all over showed off their work at this year's Troy Fest. Felicia Payne has the story.
The community of Troy gathered Saturday and Sunday for Troy Fest in downtown Troy. This two-day event is an annual tradition for Troy that started 30 years ago as the Jean Lake Memorial Festival celebrating the arts.
It's a festival of the arts that the Troy Art Council puts on, and it happens every year, and we're out here to play at it.
While the name has changed, the purpose of the festival is the same. More than 90 vendors set up tents to sell their pieces of art. Several of the artists present were demonstrating artists who worked throughout the weekend so people could watch them work. There were activities directed toward the children in the Kids Corner and community outreach programs set up as well to try to help raise money for their organizations and get involvement from the community.
We have a lot of different activities going on, one of which is painting birdhouses, and that's to raise support for Habitat for Humanity.
On stage, some of the festivities included performances from jazz bands from Charles Henderson High School and the Troy University Jazz Band, along with a clogging group from North Carolina. A tent was set up for people to sit under to watch and relax, right next to food vendors selling typical festival foods such as funnel cakes and fresh lemonade.
A lot of good jazz, and folks like hearing it. So that's why we come out, give everybody a little entertainment about what we do.
The event brings out as many as 10,000 people to downtown Troy every year, and it is only continuing to grow. Felicia Payne, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And this was the 10th year of Troy Fest on the Square.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. In Mobile, school leaders may ask the federal government for permission to freeze standardized test benchmarks at their current level. Otherwise, the state would see a sharp increase in the number of students who have to pass the test to meet the federal No Child Left Behind requirements.
In Gadsden, Police Chief John Crane says he just found out that his department has 2 unmanned aerial vehicles. The revelation came to light after the FAA released the list of agencies certified to fly drones. Crane says he doesn't know why they were purchased. The cost was about $150,000 paid through a federal law enforcement grant.
In Montgomery, Attorney General Luther Strange is asking the National Indian Gaming Commission to take action against slot machine-like electronic bingo machines at the Indian casinos in the state. He sent a letter to the federal agency to comment on proposed regulations on bingo games, also called 2 gambling games.
And still to come in TrojanVision Nightly News, the softball team was in action at home again, taking on North Texas, but they didn't have as much success as they did last weekend.
However, the baseball team was taking on the top team in the league and was able to grab a couple of wins. Dustin Carroll will have the details on that and more next in sports.
Hands can do incredible things. Now they can even help save a life with hands-only CPR. If you see an adult suddenly collapse, just call 911, then push hard and fast in the center of the chest until help arrives. Learn more at handsonlycpr.org.
In 1887, it was written that we want to educate the mind to think, the heart to feel, the body to act. And it's no different today than it was 125 years ago. Some things never change.
The mission of this university
is to prepare leaders who are going to go into the communities and make a difference. And I think it's within that culture of caring that excellence is found.
Troy University, in class, online, within reach. Troy.edu.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
And now Dustin Carroll joins us for sports.
So Dustin, both the softball team and the baseball team were at home this weekend, and we had a little mixed reviews from each team.
That's right, both teams were in action. Baseball team fared well, softball team not quite so well. And also, we had a big track invitation, Coach O Invitational in town this weekend. I'll get into those stories right now. Okay. The FAU Owls came in the Riddle Pace Field last weekend, winners of their first 5 conference series. Taylor Burke will let us know if that streak continued, and also if any Trojan players were able to set any records this weekend.
With just 12 games left in Sunbelt action, the Troy Trojans had the opportunity to make up some ground in the conference standings when they played host to the first-place Florida Atlantic Owls, who entered into the weekend with a 3-game lead atop the conference. Trojans Chase Mathis and Austin Golden did their part to help put Troy on the scoreboard with home runs, but FAU was able to knock in 7 runs of their own on 15 hits to take the Friday night win 7-3.
We did have a couple of good at-bats in some key situations. Did get some base hits to set up some innings, couldn't quite finish them off, so couldn't get the Friday night win.
The Trojans fought back in Game 2 on Saturday with the home runs continuing to fly. Tyler Hanna and Logan Pierce both drilled solo homers, while Troy pitcher Thomas Austin came into the game in the 4th inning in relief of starting pitcher Joe Hernandez. Austin shut out the Owls, pitching the rest of the game, giving up just 5 hits and striking out 4. The Trojans evened up the series with a 6-4 win.
Tom came in and just slammed the door shut. Pitched outstanding as he has. Shoot, over the last month or so, he's been outstanding.
Defense is always phenomenal behind me, and our bats came alive and got us a couple extra runs to push us ahead.
On Championship Sunday, the Trojans made history. Thanks to the lights-out pitching of Ryan Brady and Nate Hill, Troy shut out an FAU Owl team in regular season Sunbelt play for the first time in FAU history. The Owls had scored at least 1 run in 312 regular season Sunbelt games before going up against the duo of Hill and Brady. Troy handed FAU their first series loss of the season, 9-0.
It shows what this team is capable of. I mean, we may not have been playing like this all year, but when we show flashes like that, it really shows what a good group we have, and maybe we can start stringing some stuff together.
It was really big for us to pitch like that and swing the bats like we did, especially late, and just a huge series victory. Feels really good to get back on track a little bit.
Taylor Berg, Troy, TrojanVision Sports.
Troy returns to action tomorrow when they travel to Birmingham to take on Sanford. The Trojan softball team is coming off a series sweep at home, heading into a matchup against North Texas. The Mean Green took both games on Saturday, and as Danielle Percival shows us, the Trojans were looking for a better performance on Sunday.
A late rally by the Mean Green cost the Trojans on Sunday as they fell 4-3 in the final game of the series. That marked the first time the Trojans have been swept all season, and head coach Melanie Davis knows her team has to improve heading into the conference tournament.
Obviously, it was not a good weekend for our program. North Texas swings the bats pretty well, but I felt like our pitching was pretty good this weekend. It's just that we didn't swing and we didn't perform when we needed to defensively. We helped them a little bit, and they, got a couple hits, got loose, and you can't help a team like that, and that's kind of what happened, and the rest is history, so to speak.
Sunday was the final home game for the seniors on this year's team, and Hayden Gann made her presence known before she left the building by doing just that. Gann hit a 3-run homer in the 4th inning to put the Trojans on the board, and Coach Davis says those are the type of plays you come to expect from the leaders on your team.
I thought that the way Ashley Rainey was pitching at that point, I felt like that probably would win the ball game for us. We had 2 key walks right before that. I think Hannah Rand and Nikki Hollett did a good job of setting the table for Hayden, and she'd been seeing the ball well all weekend, just had a lot of bad luck.
The seniors honored before the game included Sarah Shields, Nikki Hollett, Hayden Gann, Sarah Harris, and Michelle Hewitt. Coach Davis said she is proud of the accomplishments by each of the players, but more so of the way they represent the university.
4 of them have been here for 4 years, and they've been starters most all of their career, and there's something to be said for their ability to be on the field. They've done a great job in community service, on the softball field. So they're going to go out and make a difference in the world, and they'll continue to build a good legacy for Troy University and Troy University softball.
Danielle Percival, Troy, TrojanVision Sports.
Up next, the Trojans play South Alabama Saturday in a doubleheader in Mobile. The Troy track and field team was coming off an impressive showing at the War Eagle Invitational, which saw many Trojans set school records. This past weekend, they were at home for the only event this year when they held the annual Coach O Invitational.
On your mark, get set, go. Saturday, the Troy track and field team hosted the 2012 Coach O Invitational. 12 schools throughout the state and the Southeast competed in numerous events. The event is named in honor of Charles O. Oliver, who was just inducted into the first Troy Sports Hall of Fame and is also a former record holder in the 400 meters. Track coach Jill Lancaster says once again the event was a success. Saturday.
Great meet at home, and we're glad that that's proven to be repeating history itself. We've had a great day. We aren't quite done yet. We've still got some throws to continue once we get our new throw area configured after construction's done. We'll have that on time with the running events. But it's been a great day. Always need to look at the results to make sure, but from what I know, we've had some great performances.
According to Lancaster, many Trojan participants put up respectable results.
But Nicolo improved his mark to maybe number 12, I'm guessing, in the NCAA East Region meet. We've had a lot of winners in Courtney Alexander, and then we had some runners-up in Ben Martin. We had winners in the 4x1 men. We had a lot of runner-ups in the sprint so far, and I know in the men's javelin, I haven't seen the marks, but I know Mac Howell PR'd, and of course Martins has the number 4 throw in the nation, and it looked like he was dancing around that today.
All that's left for Troy this season is the Sun Belt Conference Outdoor Championship.
We've got kids ranked on the NCAA list. They take 24 in the relays and 48 in the open events. We're only 2 regions in the nation, and we have quite a few people ranked in that, and some of them up their marks today, so that's exciting. You know, I'll be on the computer checking that out. And then we start our taper. You know, obviously with finals, you've got stress from that, so our workouts are usually quick and to the point because they are stressed in other areas, and we get ready for the conference meet, and some of them will step to the plate like they always do. Championships, that's why they have them. They don't score them off of paper.
9 Trojans finished in first place in their respective events. The Sun Belt Outdoor Conference Championship will be held May the 11th through the 13th in Lafayette, Louisiana. In case you didn't know, last week was the NFL Draft, and there was some good news for Trojan fans. For the 6th straight year, Troy had players drafted within the first 7 rounds. Defensive end Jonathan Massaquoi was selected as the 29th pick of the 5th round by the Atlanta Falcons. Massaquoi becomes the 33rd Trojan selected in the NFL Draft. Other notable Trojans that signed free agent deals were offensive lineman James Brown, who signed with the Chicago Bears, and Stanley Arukwe, who inked with the Arizona Cardinals. Well, Courtney, Kendra, a lot of action going on this weekend. Hopefully the baseball team will build off this success this weekend and keep it going throughout the rest of the year. Softball team will hopefully bounce back. Good congratulations to Massaquoi and the other Trojans that got elected in the NFL Draft. That's always a real big deal. I mean, that's going to change their lives forever, hopefully, and best of luck to them.
Exactly. Always gives them something to cheer for in the NFL.
That does.
Thank you.
Still to come on TrojanVision Nightly News, Miss Troy is adding a new book for children. Found out more on Trojan Talk.
Plus, it was tremendously warm outside today. Will these summer temps stick around for the remainder of the week? Courtney? Well, Courtney, looks like those warm temperatures are here for the long haul, but I'll have more details coming up next in weather.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you are really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning TrojanVision Nightly News.
And now for a look at weather, here's Courtney Addison.
So, Courtney, it was outrageously hot today. Just tell me, what's going on with these wild temperatures?
It was so hot today. We even had a high of 91. It looks like those warm temperatures are here to stay. They're not going anywhere, but I'll have more details coming up. First, let's look at our campus snapshot.
Okay.
Looking at our campus snapshot, a beautiful day outside, very sunny. Cooled down just a little bit, not quite 91 as of right now, but it should continue to be a beautiful afternoon. And looking at our current conditions, we had fair skies, temperature coming in at 89, dew point at 60, humidity at 38%, barometer at 30.06 and falling, and winds coming in from the south at 5 miles per hour. And today's stats, we had a high of 91, a low of 64. There was no rain. Sunrise was at 5:58 a.m. The sun should set at 7:23 p.m. And looking at temperatures from around the state, we had very warm temperatures. Everyone pretty much seeing those temperatures in the 80s and the 90s and beautiful sunny skies throughout the state. And looking at our current temperatures around the southeast, we had very warm temperatures. Some places even seeing temperatures in the 90s as in our area. And it looks like those temperatures are here to stay, because if we look back west, more 80s and 90s, and those are headed our way throughout the rest of the remainder of the week and into next week. And our current temperatures in the United States, the entire southern border of the United States is pretty much seeing those very warm temperatures, as well as in the northeast, they're still experiencing temperatures that are a little bit cooler in the 50s. And our current surface map for our area, we see a little bit of rain in Tennessee, but there is one stationary system towards the Carolinas and a little bit of rain in the peninsula of Florida, not having a whole lot of effect on our area. But on Tuesday, it should remain clear in our area. If you're traveling up north, there is a chance you could run into a little bit of rain. And Wednesday should still remain clear in our area. There is a little bit of rain that should be making its way in that we could possibly be seeing. And by Thursday, that rain has gotten here. There's anywhere up to an inch to a half an inch of rain that we could be seeing. And by Friday, clear back out of our area to start our weekend off very beautiful. And looking at tonight's forecast, we have mostly clear skies passing over clouds throughout the night, and with light and variable winds over the night from the south-southeast at 6 miles per hour with a low of 61. Should be a very chilly night. Make sure you keep a light jacket or a blanket with you if you're going to be walking outside. And for tomorrow's forecast, we have partly cloudy skies with intervals of clouds and sunshines throughout the day, and light winds coming in from the southeast at 8 miles per hour with a high of 86. Again, a very warm, beautiful day outside, so just be very careful if you're going outside. Make sure you stay really hydrated. And our class outlook, 7 a.m. should start out around 68, warming on up to 83, and continuing to stay in the 80s throughout the rest of the afternoon. Just be very careful if you're going outside, because it does have a chance to get very warm. And looking at our 4-day forecast, we have Tuesday a high of 90, low of 65, Wednesday high of 89, low of 66, Thursday high of 84, low of 63, and Friday with a high of 87. But so, Kendra, it's going to remain to be beautiful and hot, but Thursday there is a chance of scattered thunderstorms. There's a 20% chance of rain. So just keep an eye out for that. That could go up, could go down. Hopefully it'll make its way out of our area.
Well, overall, it still sounds good, and I'm looking forward to that great weather. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, as the semester comes to a close, there are some things we're excited to say goodbye to. However, here at TrojanVision, we're not so anxious to say goodbye to our graduating seniors. But tonight, we will have to do just that as we say farewell to Kendra Richards.
Here on the campus of Troy University, we have snakes from corn snakes.
Kendra Richards has been a news anchor, a reporter, and a weather anchor for TrojanVision since 2010. Over this time, it has been my delight to watch her grow and develop into the fine young woman she is today. To many of us here at the station, she has been a role model and our favorite big sister. But tonight, we wish her the best of luck as she starts the journey of her career.
Kendra, you were actually one of the very first people that I've had the privilege of sharing a desk with, and in that time we shared a lot of funny moments, and then outside of that we've shared a lot of funny moments, and you're just a really sweet girl, and we're going to miss you a lot around here, and we just wish you the best.
Kendra, it's been a joy to get to know you. I hope you get everything you want out of life, and always remember to reach for the stars.
Well, Kendra, you have worn many hats down here at the station. You have been an anchor, a reporter, weather girl. You've also been the TrojanVision makeup artist and kept us all well working at CBS, making sure we're in good health. But more than that, you've been a friend, and I want to thank you for the fun memories that we've shared, and I wish you the best of luck wherever you go.
Hey, Kendra, this is Sebastian. It was great getting to know you, and I wish you the best of luck in the future.
You're one of the most friendly, most mature people that I know, and I really appreciate all the help that you've given me throughout my process of being here.
We've had so much fun here at the station, so many memories, and I just hope the best for you in your future.
Kendra, you crazy girl, wherever you go, whatever you're going to do, I know you're definitely going to rock the house.
It's been a blast having you here, and even though you kind of look like Courtney, I can tell the difference between the two of you guys. Most definitely, you're a joy to have around, and I'm going to miss your delightful weathercasts and all the funny stories about your dog drama.
I remember the day that you grabbed my hand and made me come down here to TrojanVision, and now you're about to leave me and graduate. So I just want to say I wish you the best of luck on everything you do, and good luck on all your future endeavors, and I pray that everything goes exactly how you want it to.
Look, I want you to fire Kendra Richards right now. Kendra, you've done a great job in your time at TrojanVision. Wish you the best of luck in everything you do.
Oh, wow, I'm fired. I just want to say thank you to everyone here. Thank you, Aaron, for everything that you've showed me. Thank you, Courtney, so much. Thank you, Mr. Bozeman, Jeff, just the whole staff here, just everybody. I have enjoyed my time here, and I'm going to miss everyone. I'm going to miss coming to the TV station. I'm not going to say too much. I don't want to cry. Well, that's all the time we have for TrojanVision Nightly News. For all of us here at TrojanVision, thank you for joining us.
And tune again for tomorrow night for more news, sports, weather, and goodbyes. Have a good night.